Mr. Gupta, help us understand. We're talking about these big fancy numbers. We're talking about how this entire industry goes unregulated and is going to be compared at power with the education spent by the union government. But at the same time, I mean, one wouldn't expect anything less. We are the biggest, the most populated country on the planet right now, and competition is going to be cutthroat, isn't it? Is there really a problem here, essentially, or is this just survival of the fittest?
We are an opportunity-starved country, right? In the sense that all of us would want to be in IIT. Ideally, government would want a lot more IITs with the same quality as IIT Delhi or Bombay or Chennai, but there are very few, and it somehow so happens because there are limited jobs in the market. The first preference is always people who are coming out of these institutions, and you hear all those news of big salary packages which people get out of getting out of IIT. So somehow it has become your passport to social mobility. Either your dad has a lot of money, or you do well in these exams, and you are able to get in front of the line. There is no other way of getting in front of the line. So that is where this aspiration gets driven. You might be from whatever town, whatever remote area. If you're able to crack one of these exams, it doesn't matter who your dad is, how much his bank balance is. You can be guaranteed a good life. So that is what is driving this aspiration and dreams, and this rush to coaching institutes.
But I mean, the other talking heads in the documentary spoke about how these are young adults now. We've turned our children into miniature adults. These guys are 13, 12, 14 years old, and we're pushing them into, coaching industries. And you rightly pointed out in the documentary that, people would not buy fancy cars or a house, but would make sure that they go to the best coaching center. Now, are we pushing our children down a lane where we're robbing them of childhood, or is this in the larger context for their own benefit? Is there any good that comes out of it? I know there is stress. There is going to be something will have to give for you to get something. But is there any good? I mean, on the Libra scales, does the good outweigh the bad in this process?
I went to I prepared for my IIT in 1996 and 1997, right? And I got into IIT Delhi. Whatever our family, I come from a lower middle class background. Whatever our family could fathom to save was put into making me go to those tuition. There weren't big coaching classes at that time, but there was still this understanding that getting into IIT would require extra help. So if I look at my life, I think yes, it makes sense. But having said that, somehow these have become the phrase that is there, do or die exams. Somehow that do or die has to be taken out, because no exam is worth dying for. That I'm 100% sure about. I have seen a lot of people, as I've done my BTech and MBA, worked at multiple places in India and outside. I've seen enough people who don't go to all these fancy colleges for which you're aspiring to through these competitive exams, and do well in their life. So I think those stories are not coming out enough. Like your channel has done this story about what challenge coaching institutes are creating. There could also be a story how many people who don't get into IIT and medical colleges, big medical colleges, are still very, very successful. That would give a lot of confidence to people. Vijay Shekhar Sharma from Paytm never went to an IIT, and there are I can give a lot of examples of people who have been very successful without getting into IIT. So that will take away a lot of pressure. I think I can. This program is not about that, but I think that is a story that needs to be covered. That you need not get into IIT, but you get into the mode of working hard, and you will be successful in life.